Welcome to our exploration of pay parity in the workplace. Today, we embark on a journey to understand what pay parity truly means and why it stands as a cornerstone of equitable employee compensation. In a world striving for equality, the concept of pay parity is more than just a buzzword. It's a fundamental principle that ensures fairness and transparency in how we reward our workforce. Let's begin by defining pay parity. At its core, pay parity refers to the practice of compensating employees equally for work of equal value, regardless of gender, race, or any other characteristic that has historically influenced pay scales. It's about leveling the playing field and ensuring that every individual receives a fair wage for their contributions to an organization. But why is this so important? To understand its significance, we must first examine the current state of pay disparity. Despite progress in many areas, wage gaps persist across various sectors and demographics. The gender pay gap, for instance, remains a prevalent issue, with women often earning less than their male counterparts for the same roles. This disparity isn't just a statistic, it's a barrier to achieving true workplace equality. Moreover, pay disparity extends beyond gender. Racial and ethnic pay gaps also contribute to a landscape where equal work doesn't always equate to equal pay. These disparities have far-reaching consequences, impacting not only individual employees but the overall health of an organization. When employees perceive inequities in compensation, it can lead to decreased morale, reduced productivity, and a lack of trust in leadership. This brings us to the importance of pay parity in modern workplaces. Achieving pay parity is not merely a compliance issue. It's a strategic imperative. Organizations that prioritize equitable pay structures are better positioned to attract and retain top talent, foster a diverse and inclusive culture, and enhance their reputation as fair employers. By addressing pay disparities, companies can create an environment where all employees feel valued and motivated to contribute their best. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll explore the various facets of pay parity, from understanding the challenges that hinder its achievement to identifying actionable strategies that can drive meaningful change. Through this exploration, our goal is to equip you with the knowledge and tools necessary to advocate for and implement pay parity within your own workplace. So whether you're an HR professional, a business leader, or an advocate for workplace equality, this video is designed to inspire and inform. Together, we can pave the way for a future where pay parity is not just an aspiration, but a reality for all. Let's continue this journey and uncover the transformative power of fair compensation in the workplace. As we embark on our journey to understand the significance of pay parity, it's crucial to recognize that this is not merely a matter of fairness. It has profound implications for both employee morale and productivity. Imagine a workplace where every individual feels valued and fairly compensated for their efforts. Such an environment naturally fosters higher morale. When employees believe they are being paid equitably, it translates into increased motivation and a stronger commitment to their roles. This is because fair compensation is a fundamental acknowledgement of their contribution to the organization. Moreover, pay parity plays a pivotal role in promoting workplace equality. It serves as a cornerstone for creating an inclusive culture where diversity thrives. By ensuring equal pay for equal work, organizations can dismantle systemic biases and pave the way for a more balanced representation across all levels. This not only benefits the employees, but also enriches the organization with a variety of perspectives and ideas. The long-term benefits for organizations are equally compelling. Companies that prioritize pay parity often experience lower turnover rates. Employees are more likely to remain with an organization that values fairness, reducing the costs associated with hiring and training new staff. Furthermore, such organizations tend to attract top talent who are drawn to their ethical practices and commitment to equality. In addition, achieving pay parity enhances an organization's reputation. In today's socially conscious world, consumers and stakeholders are increasingly scrutinizing companies for their ethical practices. By championing pay parity, organizations can strengthen their brand image and build trust with their audience. Ultimately, the journey towards pay parity is not just a moral imperative, it is a strategic advantage. It empowers employees, fosters equality, and drives sustainable success for organizations. As we continue to explore this topic, let's delve deeper into how achieving pay parity can transform the workplace into a more equitable and productive environment for everyone. As we navigate the journey towards achieving pay parity, it's crucial to acknowledge the hurdles that stand in our way. These challenges, though daunting, are not insurmountable. They serve as critical points of reflection and action. One of the most pervasive issues is the gender pay gap, a persistent disparity that continues to affect workplaces globally. Despite progress in many areas, women, on average, still earn less than their male counterparts for similar roles and responsibilities. This gap is not just a statistical anomaly, it represents a systemic issue that requires a concerted effort to address. The roots of the gender pay gap are deep and multifaceted. Historical biases, societal norms, and even unconscious bias play significant roles. For instance, traditional roles have often undervalued work typically performed by women, such as caregiving and administrative tasks, which are crucial yet frequently undercompensated. Additionally, the lack of women in senior roles contributes to this gap, as higher positions often come with increased pay. Addressing these issues requires a shift in how we value different types of work and a commitment to promoting women into leadership positions. Another formidable barrier is the bias entrenched within compensation structures themselves. Many organizations operate with outdated pay systems that inadvertently perpetuate inequality. In many cases, salary negotiations favor those who are more assertive, which can disadvantage certain groups. To combat this, companies must strive for clarity and fairness in their pay structures. Implementing standardized pay scales and conducting regular audits can help ensure that compensation is equitable and based on objective criteria. Resistance to change within corporate culture also poses a significant challenge. Some may fear that pay parity could lead to increased costs or disrupt the status quo. However, it's important to recognize that fostering a culture of equality can lead to a more motivated and productive workforce, ultimately benefiting the organization as a whole. Overcoming these challenges requires more than just policy changes. It demands a cultural shift. Organizations need to cultivate an environment where diversity and inclusion are prioritized and where all employees feel valued and heard. This includes educating leadership and employees about the importance of pay parity and the benefits it brings. By fostering open dialogue and encouraging feedback, companies can create a more inclusive atmosphere that supports change. In addition, there is a need for accountability at all levels. Leaders must be committed to setting and achieving clear goals for pay parity. It's about creating a system where fairness is not just an ideal, but a reality. While the path to pay parity is fraught with challenges, it is also filled with opportunities for growth and improvement. By addressing these barriers head-on, organizations can build a more equitable workplace, one where every employee is compensated fairly for their contributions. This is not just a moral imperative, but a strategic advantage in today's competitive business landscape. In the next segment, we'll explore actionable strategies that organizations can implement to move closer to achieving pay parity. From transparent pay structures to promoting diversity, we'll discuss how these steps can help overcome the challenges we've outlined. Stay with us as we continue this important conversation on creating a fair and equitable workplace for all. Welcome back to our journey towards achieving pay parity in the workplace. In this segment, we delve into actionable strategies. Firstly, let's talk about implementing transparent pay structures. Transparency is a powerful tool in the fight for pay parity. By openly sharing how salaries are determined, organizations can foster a culture of trust and accountability. When employees understand the criteria for compensation, it reduces the potential for bias and ensures that pay decisions. Next, we have regular compensation audits. These audits are crucial for identifying disparities within an organization. By systematically reviewing pay data, companies can pinpoint areas where pay gaps exist and take corrective action. Regular audits help ensure that compensation remains fair and equitable as the company grows and evolves. Another key strategy is promoting diversity and inclusion within the workplace. a diverse workforce brings a wealth of perspectives. By fostering an inclusive environment where all voices are heard, companies can ensure that everyone has equal opportunities. Now you might wonder, how can these strategies be effectively implemented? It starts with leadership commitment. For any of these strategies to succeed, they must be championed by those at the top. Leaders need to set the tone. Education and training also play a critical role by educating employees and managers about the importance of pay parity. Training programs can help managers understand how to make unbiased compensation decisions and recognize the impact of their choices. Furthermore, leveraging technology can streamline the process of achieving pay parity. Advanced analytics and software tools can provide. By utilizing these tools, organizations can make data-driven decisions that support fair pay practices. Finally, it's essential to create a feedback loop, encouraging employees to share their experiences and suggestions. Regularly soliciting feedback and making adjustments based on this input can help organizations stay on track. In conclusion, achieving pay parity requires a multifaceted approach. By implementing transparent pay structures, conducting regular compensation audits, organizations can make significant strides towards fairer compensation. It is a journey that demands commitment, but the rewards, improved employee morale, increased productivity, and a stronger organizational reputation are well worth the effort. Join us in the next segment as we explore real-life success stories of companies that have effectively implemented these strategies. As we journey through the landscape of pay parity, it's essential to draw inspiration from real-world success stories. These narratives not only illustrate the feasibility of achieving pay parity, but also showcase the transformative effects it can have on company culture and performance. Let's start with a compelling case study of a forward-thinking company that took decisive steps towards achieving pay parity. This organization recognized the disparities within its pay structures and committed to change. By conducting a thorough audit of their compensation practices, they identified gaps and biases that needed addressing. Their commitment to transparency and fairness became a cornerstone of their corporate values. The results were remarkable. Employees began to notice the changes, not just in their paychecks, but in the overall atmosphere of the workplace. Trust in leadership grew as employees felt valued and fairly compensated. This shift in perception led to increased morale and a more engaged workforce. Productivity soared, and the company saw a significant boost in performance metrics. Moreover, employee testimonials highlight the profound impact pay parity had on their professional lives. Employees expressed a renewed sense of loyalty and motivation, knowing that their efforts were being recognized and rewarded equitably. One employee noted, "For the first time, I feel like my contributions are genuinely valued, and that motivates me to give my best every day." These changes didn't just stop at individual satisfaction. The company's culture evolved, becoming more inclusive and supportive. By promoting diversity and inclusion alongside pay parity, the organization fostered an environment where every voice was heard and respected. This cultural shift not only improved internal relations, but also enhanced the company's reputation externally, attracting top talent who sought a fair and equitable workplace. These success stories serve as powerful reminders that achieving pay parity is not only possible, but also beneficial for businesses. They demonstrate that with commitment and strategic action, organizations can create a workplace where fairness and equality are the norms, not the exceptions. As we reflect on these narratives, it's clear that the journey to pay parity is one worth taking. The benefits extend beyond financial metrics, touching the very core of what makes a company thrive: its people. By embracing pay parity, businesses not only do right by their employees, but also set themselves up for long-term success and sustainability. Let these stories inspire you to consider how your organization can embark on a similar path towards equitable compensation and a more inclusive workplace. As we draw our exploration to a close, it's essential to reflect on the transformative power of pay parity. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered how equitable compensation isn't just a moral imperative, but a strategic advantage for any organization aiming for long-term success. We've discussed the challenges, from gender pay gaps to ingrained biases, and highlighted strategies to overcome them. Implementing transparent pay structures, conducting regular audits, and promoting diversity and inclusion are not just theoretical concepts, they are actionable steps that can lead to meaningful change. Now, it's time to take action. We urge you to champion these strategies within your own organizations. Advocate for fair compensation practices, challenge the status quo, and become a catalyst for change. Remember, achieving pay parity is not just possible, it's necessary. It requires commitment, courage, and a collective effort to redefine workplace norms. So let's commit to this cause together. Let's ensure that every employee is valued and compensated fairly for their contributions. Thank you for joining us on this important journey towards workplace equality. Now, go forth and make a difference. The future of work depends on it.